I always got room for talk. That's
goddamn right, man.
I'm gonna refresh your homepage on your channel. See if I can't catch a live stream.
I see. Here we are, boys. We got Bearded Yakin and Gabe.
I'm gonna refresh your homepage on your channel. Oh, I'm muting it. See if I can't what the hell? Got it. Bearded Yakin, Joe in the house. Gabe, what's going on? G-Bone, Jim Arnold.
Jim Arnold.
Smash a thumbs up. There's no reason why there should be 5 people watching and only 1 thumbs up. I know you guys see it. It's easy. It's free. All you gotta do is click it.
I think I maxed out on my thumbs up limit for the day.
That's not true. It's just people are too lazy to do it. I mean, you figure you got about 7 people now in the stream, and you got about 5 that are commenting. Come on, goddammit. Smash the fucking thing.
Did I miss anything after I left your stream last night? Anything exciting happen?
You know, I don't know. I had this fucking guy. He tried to throw out some kind of NSA deal. I didn't understand it at first. I legitimately thought he wanted to come on a live stream, and it was just something that he used. But he was trying to spam me and throw out some weird shit to get some kind of swatters to come over to my house. Really fucked up situation. I removed his blue wrench, and everyone banned him from the channel. So that was really dicked up.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
I
wasn't too happy about it.
It
has to make you rethink, who do you make moderators? Do you take them all away and only pin the ones that you trust? Or you keep it, let it run and see what happens in the near future? And if it happens again, then ban those. I don't know. It's just kind of ate up.
Do you have the name of that, or do you remember?
I don't recall. I deleted the live stream. I just know that I took away his blue wrench, and everyone else banned him from the channel. So hopefully he doesn't come back.
Fucking A right, man.
Eagle Warrior, what's going on? Somebody from my hometown, SoCal. MLH, what's going on? Oh, it was Eagle Warrior. That's what he's saying. So it wasn't Eagle Warrior. So the guy that I'm thinking of is 2 Eagle 3. That's from my hometown area. And it was Eagle Warrior that actually did it. I didn't know that. Somebody else actually shared it and posted it. So good to know. It's so hard because you get names mixed up sometimes. And I thought that I'd already given him a blue wrench. So when I gave him one, he's like, yeah, bring me on. And he tried to throw me out some false shit. Hey, what are you doing? No dip for you. Put that dip back in the can. You're supposed to be quitting. I don't care if it's Skull. I don't care if it's, Kodiak. You put that back. Put that back. You're trying to quit.
I can't.
I know. Neither can I. I should be quitting smoking, and I have. I've gone 14 days now without, but this is kind of a cheater, so does it really count? I don't know. I'm still fucking huffing and puffing, just in a different direction, so.
Is that better is that like smoking marijuana?
No. You know what? It's, some people say it's worse because they say that the fluid is made with the same chemical properties as coolant is. So I eat and taste coolant all the time. I was like, what's the difference? Apparently I'm smoking coolant, though, and I did not know that. So, yeah, you could smoke coolant or you can smoke the naked flower of death.
I do appreciate that you even said stop, because it shows you care.
Well, I do, because I know that how hard it is to do it.
It is tough.
I've been smoking consistently since I was 19 years old, and now I'm getting ready to turn 36. You know what changed for me? And I don't know that if you have the same exact dream or whatever that comes. So the first time when I quit, this last time when I quit smoking, I had a dream that I was on my deathbed, but like some angels were hovering over me. And because I had quit smoking, they were not going to rule my death as lung-infested cancer. They actually switched over and they said, you got liver cancer instead. And I was like, fuck. So that just told me, well, now I need to work on quitting on the drinking part because I drink almost every day. Okay, let's be exact. I drink every day. Now, sometimes I drink more in moderation than others. Some is like 3 beers, 6 beers. My usual was 12 to 18. So I think I've cut that in half. But I got back problems, no medication can afford. So I have these dreams that tell me that, like, oh, my liver is next. It makes me concerned. So I'm like, shit, you know. So that's the next thing.
That's great because I noticed when we did our live stream on my channel, I think you had maybe like 3 beers.
Right.
Moderation.
Working on it. It's so hard though.
I pounded like 12. But the only time I really drink is when I do this, or like it's maybe 3, 4, 5 times a month is when I actually drink.
You know, and the most I smoked was when I drank.
Yeah.
Why, this is a nice crutch. I don't care for the way it tastes, but in my opinion, I think maybe it's a little bit more healthier than the alternative. So now that I've killed one, I need to kill the other. Well, I don't want to quit this just yet because it's helping me to curb the appetite for cigarettes and whatever until I'm done with that. They always say that it takes 2 weeks before you can formulate new habits.
Right.
I was able to do that with fast food. I was able to do that with cigarettes. Now I got to do it with alcohol. And then I got to do it with this vaporizer thing. Because if it's true and I am smoking coolant, obviously I don't want to do that forever. I want to do it as long as I need to curb the appetite and cravings to where I'm not smoking or anything at all.
Actually, I've been chewing since I was 14, and I was up to 4 cans a day pretty much. And I've cut it back to 1. I quit for 7 days, and then like work got so stressful, I was like picked it back up a little bit, but I'm working on it. It's something I definitely want to quit. And
Bearded Yakin would like to join the live stream. Just FYI, while we're chatting, he threw up his Gmail email.
Oh shit!
1285@gmail.com.
Hold on, let me get. I'm sorry, I was.
It's cool. I just wanted to let you know I'm trying to watch a stream and listen to you as well.
You're a lot better at that than me.
I've been doing it for years, so I'm multitasking.
I am so fucking slow, man. But I am sending this out right now. 8-5. I try and like do it hush too, but it's like printed right there in the live stream anyways. So.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, when I was even in my drunken stupor, when I drink too much, I almost completely ignore the chats and I go off on a random tangent, which I tend to do.
Well, like when I had you on, like you and I are talking, right? And we're having like a good discussion. It's hard to keep up with the chats. It is.
Absolutely.
MLH Repairs, what's going on, man? Yeah, but like, when I have people on, I'm trying to like interview them. So like I try and keep up with the chats, but the end game is the interview,
Think of it as a hangout, man. You're just hanging out, shooting the shit. You keep the topics rolling, so when there's nothing going on in the chat, you come back to the fucking the discussion at hand. Ask a question while the question is being answered. Preview the chat, then come right back to the question because you're always listening, but you should be able to observe at the same time. Now, when you're in the middle of a discussion, if you're the one talking, it is extremely difficult to observe the chat and carry on a discussion, which is where I have a problem with. Once I've had too many, I tend to go off on tangents because I forget about the stream. It happens all the time.
I like your tangents, though. Happens in videos, too.
Yeah.
And I like that you don't edit them out. You like start, but like you do stop yourself very quickly. But I can see where you're going, which is kind of cool.
Right. It's a tough battle. It's a tough battle.
It is, man. It's a balance. I did send that out to Bearded Yakin. Duct Tape Tech, what's up, man?
What up, Dad?
So the mechanic community, you're on Captain Ron's. I saw you on there. Did you have a good time?
Oh, dude. Such a good time. I have a good time anywhere I go. Whether it's Captain Run, your channel, 410, JRC54. He hasn't done any live streams himself, but he's been in the chats. It's cool to see him. I've been on a handful of Jay Young's. I've been on a handful of Clay Coon Trucking when he used to do them. He doesn't do them anymore. I wish there are certain people that would continue to go live, but they don't because they're like, well, you know, nobody really likes them. So some people are meant for live discussion topics, and I get it, and some are not, you know. And that's where you get like your Humble Mechanic, ETCG1, Scanner. Great channels, absolutely great channels, but do not do live streams. Why? Maybe they're not geared for it. Scotty Kilmer, geared for both. Does both. Does a Saturday morning talk show, and then throughout the week, he posts 1, sometimes 2 videos per day. The guy is a freaking animal. I don't care what anyone says. The guy is an animal.
The guy I was supposed to have on tonight, I definitely tried. It didn't work. He showed me pictures. It just didn't work. But, you know, he's kind of like a older school guy, but like he works apartment maintenance just like me. He has 16,000 subscribers. If you go to his channel, there's hundreds of people that just like you, man, in your field. There's like hundreds of people that are like, hey man, I signed up and watched your channel. I got involved. I got a job. I do this. I do that, which is kind of cool. That's why I wanted to have him on, because he reminded me so much of you. He has your kind of personality.
The part that makes it the most hardest is, and I'll give you an example. I had a fellow YouTube subscriber. His name's Jonathan. I don't know his last name. But he called me while I was at work. I was like, I really don't have time to talk about it right now. Call me after 5:30 p.m. We'll talk about it. I was on the phone with him for 2.5 hours on the phone because he was in between jobs and didn't know where to go. Most of the questions that he actually had questions for, I'd already answered in a video. But because it was more personal on a personal level, I talked to him about it and let him know like the ins and outs of everything that I had going on as I was going through it and whatever else. And I was like, dude, seriously, if you haven't checked them out, I already have like 6 to 12 videos that I've covered. All the exact same questions that you've had, I've already covered them. It's already on there. You just got to watch them. The unfortunate thing is that people don't. They, especially if they're new, they come in. You're lucky if you see the first like 3 videos, and then after that, it's a toss-up. Brother Joe, bearded yakin in the house, Mr. Cheese Grater himself.
Yeah, where's that cheese grater, man?
Oh, dude, I had to delete the fucking stream because I got all kinds of fucking copyright infringements on me. Fucking music.
That was a fucking awesome stream. That was my most favorite of favorites.
So what are we doing tonight?
Killer, what's up, man? But yeah, man, dude, that's fucking cool. So I know that you're retired from your wrestling days, which I understand. I totally respect. So fucking cool that you even did it, and that's something for you to talk about. God damn, who's your favorite wrestler? I want to know your favorite wrestler and who motivated you to want to even do it.
There's actually a few of them. Mick Foley was one of them.
Oh, good guy.
When I was a kid, I was more like a Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior fan. You know what I mean? Like way back in the day, early 90s and shit. Fucking Bret Hart. All the old heads, dude.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Who's your third?
Uh-huh.
Who's your third?
My all-time favorite has got to be Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Goddamn fucking right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The only one that I have not met from the Attitude Era. See, my buddy's mom used to work for Ramada Inn. Well, when we were kids and they came to Philly for WrestleMania, she took us to pick the wrestlers up at the airport in the van.
Oh,
So we met the Godfather, you know, a couple, Luna, Sable, who else? Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, you know, all them guys. Then we didn't see Mick Foley get off the plane. So then later on that evening, his mom, my buddy's mom, took us to McDonald's. And Mick Foley was sitting in the back corner of the fucking McDonald's, dude, eating. So me and my buddy, we fucking bum rushed him.
So funny.
It was great, dude. Awesome dude, man. Awesome dude.
What do you guys think about Goldberg?
Okay, I like the skit that he did with Stone Cold. There was a back and forth thing for a minute. That was my favorite. But those guys were fucking. They were like two peas in a pod. You know what I'm saying? They were good. Yeah. Goldberg is a shit. The spear, hell yeah.
Yeah, Goldberg was like the poor man's Stone Cold.
Which was funny because he went from WCW. He got integrated into WWF before they became WWE. They did a skit, which was fucking awesome. And they had their little time and running show between them and Vince McMahon. And then Goldberg accidentally speared Stone Cold. And I was like, oh, fuck. All hell's going to break loose. And it was a turning point that everyone was fucking ecstatic for. Junk from work, what up, man? Good to see you.
Yeah, he's in here.
Teacup, what up?
Subi Tech, hell yeah.
Subi the guy, hell yeah. G-Bone in the house. Chemical Spore, what? Chemical Spore, we had you on here. I don't know what the hell's going on.
We're working on it.
Trying to get you on live. What's going on with your shit?
Hey, Bearded Yakin, you smoked that bit, man.
Dude, I did, man.
What was that?
Thing, dude. Wasn't even that much torque, man. I was using this. And fucking smoked it.
Oh, dang.
Dude, just fucking zit, and that was it, man. That was it. Fucking disintegrated it.
Hey, Bearded, so did you quit smoking too or what?
Well, still have a pack right here.
That's okay. It could be your last pack. You never know.
Yeah.
Well, this is my second pack since Saturday.
That's really good. That
is good.
I bought 2 packs on Saturday.
So, you know, I don't know if it'll help you or not. This is what I did. So, I've had this shit for about a year, but I hadn't used it in about a year. And when I decided that I wanted to quit smoking to save a little bit of money, because it was all about money going into Tennessee, right? I was like, I don't know how I'm going to come up with the money except for to cut out the smoking, the drinking, etc. Whatever I can cut out, I've got to figure out how to do it. So I bought a pack, and I drank and smoked with everybody. Now, my idea was this was my last pack, and I was going to have to make it last a week. I smoked that whole fucking thing that night. And I was like, God damn it. Now what the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm like, well, you know what? I told myself this was the last pack. I still had this chintzy ass fucking bullshit. I was like, okay, we're going to do this. That was my last pack. That's what I said. And as a result, I was itching. I had that crackhead fucking itch going on in the morning. Want a fucking pack of cigarettes. I said, if I leave for work late, I'll get there on time. And I will not go to the gas station. And I did that. It took me 5 days in a row of going to work late to be there on time. So I never went to the gas station. I always had food ready at work. And I was like, that's it. And I just kept on. And eventually now I'm here at 2 weeks, 14 days, no cigarettes. And it's not that I'm trying to like absolutely quit forever and ever. You never know when you're going to go back to it.
Don't.
I had this dream. This is the dream that I was sharing with Neil before we started and before you came on. I had this dream that I was going to die of lung cancer with the wolf lung. and instead it turned out to be liver cancer. So now I know the next thing that I need to work on is my drinking, because that's a big part of my life, and that could be the death of me one day. But I can't quit all my vices at once. I already quit cigarettes. I already quit fast food. Tried to eat more solidly from home. I cut back other things, other unnecessary spending, and now I'm down to beer and this vapor thing. Now, the vapor thing is an unnecessary want, not a need. I need to cut back on my beer, but I love my beer. I love what it does for my back and everything at night. When I'm having a bad day, when my back's all fucked off, it numbs the pain. It feels good. I have to figure out how to get rid of that too. I think the beer is going to be the hardest one to kick, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Also, Junk from work had a dream about me last night.
Oh, damn.
He said I was on The Price is Right, and I was screwing up all my my prices, but he said I took my shirt off and then made it into a bra. I asked him if he told his wife that, and he's like, "Nah, I think she'd be a little pissed off about it."
That's funny.
Dude, but beer, I mean, yeah, you can only take one vice at a time. You gotta
slow it down. You can't quit everything all at the same exact time.
No.
You'll go fucking nuts.
You'll explode, man.
Absolutely. And you'll relapse and you'll go right back to where you were.
Now, Justin, on the beer though, like I noticed on your earlier videos, like you never cracked one. Very rarely.
It's a new thing.
It's a new thing. All right.
New thing, yeah. Before, I would say cheers to those of you that have your beers if I had a beer. Other than time, I would just welcome people. Then I got this thing, I was like, I like saying it, but I got tired of saying it every single video. So I just started cracking the beer as if to almost complete the sentence without completing it. I'm like, how can I shorten it? Because everyone wants a shorter video. I'm like, instead of saying, cheers to those of you that have your beers, which it doesn't sound like a long time. People are like, oh my God, it's so fucking long. How about this? Okay, cheers. That's the cheers, okay? I fucking crack my beer. That's the cheers. Let's fucking move on. It doesn't sound like a long time. People are like, oh my God, it's so fucking long. How about that?
We got chemical
Okay,
spore in
cheers.
the house.
Okay, I like this skit that he did with Stone Cold. Albert, you gotta mute your shit for a minute. That was my favorite.
Yo,
Your video.
Hold on. You're freaking loud, dude.
You're fucking loud, dude.
All right.
So
You're like making his hand signals, hitting that vape, talking about the greatest wrestler of all time.
Oh, you mean Bearded Yakin?
Goddamn right.
And Stone Cold, man.
Fuck right, man.
Stone Cold Bearded Yakin.
Yeah, my favorite was when Stone Cold was whooping the hell out of Booker T in that supermarket. That shit had me rolling.
Okay. Off topic. I know, way off topic, but I really wanted you on the stream because I had to ask. And now I said there could be another engine that's better. I'm not sure, but you're like LS. I'm like, no, that can't be true. It cannot be the only engine. There has to be like another one that's also pretty comparable, but you're like LS for sure. I wanted you on the stream because I wanted to talk to you in person, not in the chat, because text message. It's so hard to read text message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In person, I'm asking you, why? Why is LS the best rebuild route to go?
It's small, it's compact, you can stick in practically anything. It's still a push rod, so you don't have like a bunch of chains and camshafts on top of the motor. I mean, it's just easier to work with. Very easy to rebuild. I did mine with my buddy. If you can go back and see some of my videos, rebuilt the LS6 in my Camaro. I mean, and they're really good for power. I mean, there's all kinds of combinations. There's so many aftermarket parts. Try sticking a Coyote motor in like some older car. You're gonna have to do a lot of modifications because that big overhead cam. It's still about the size.
Which I thought was really impressive, and we just did this, and I actually posted to my Instagram. There was a guy, he had a 1969 or 1968 Chevy El Camino, and he had already done he had a big block Chevy, and he went to direct injection, so we ended up putting a new wiring harness, PCM, and the whole works. It seemed like it was more trouble than it was worth. So my thought process was, well, look, anyone that's ever driven an old car, even if you wanted a recent upgrade or a recent build, I get the tenacity behind it and wanting to like build something up, make it fucking badass. And I have seen some badass shit. I've seen someone take an old school Charger like 60s and put a new Hemi in it and do the whole works. But why not just buy it the way that it is currently?
Yeah.
Like, that old car steered like a boat. I mean, the El Camino doesn't have a very good turn radius. There's so much shit that's fucking fucked up with it. Why not just buy a new Camaro? Why bother dumping thousands and thousands of dollars to make it modern when you can just buy a modern vehicle that's already got it? That's my question.
I don't know, man. People, they got the money, do it. Why not?
LS, come on. I know you got something in there. What makes it so sought after that you'll take an old car and make it a new car without buying a new car, but spending almost as much money to make it a new car?
It's all about the resto mods, man. You got the money, fuck it, do it. I don't know. I mean, if I had a '69 Camaro, I would leave it stock. I wouldn't stick a LS motor in there. But that's just me. Like when I see someone tear up an old like '60s muscle car, that pisses me off. Like, if you're gonna stick modern interior in there, like just leave the damn thing original if it's original. I mean, maybe if you bought like just a shell and you wanted to build it up, I could see that, you know, doing that, sticking all those parts in there. But you know, if it's mostly original, keep it original.
I was just thinking because my dad, he had an old school Stingray where it was like a 1980s, early 80s, fucking sick as fuck. But I've driven that, and I've driven a new modernized, I think it was like a 2017 Chevy Stingray that when they came out with the new style, oh my God, night and fucking day. If it was my choice, I would have just, if I had the money, I would have just bought a new one. I wouldn't have even bothered trying to figure out how to change an old one to a new one.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, when I see people rest on my favorite car is a '67 Stingray. Like that's my dream car. But when people just take those and tear them up and stick new motors in them, it's like, ugh. It kind of loses what it was. It's nostalgia. Like those cars are beautiful right out of the box how they were back in the '60s.
I understand like making a little bit more power. Like if you wanted to go from a 350 to a 383 stroker and you wanted to stroke it out, or even got a small block 400, but you lighten the bottom end by using a 305 crank and trying to do this, that, and the other to make it fucking solid. I get that. But then pulling out the entire drivetrain, putting in a different transmission, a different engine, a different PCM, doing direct injection, and then trying to figure out what the best rear end is. Maybe you go Ford 9-inch. Now you're in it for about 30 to 40K between paint job, body restoration, engine, transmission, fucking everything else. And it's like, dude, for like 20 or 40 more thousand, you could have just fucking bought one off the showroom floor and been done. Yeah.
Or sometimes they have to like redo the floor pans. They have to bang them up a little bit to fit the new transmissions. You know, newer transmissions they can be bigger than the old ones, especially if they got more gears. And so they pretty much have to mess with the whole structure, the undercarriage of the car.
Right.
So
and
that's another hassle.
If you're taller, that's another challenge too, because I had I was told it was called a pocket rocket, and it was a Honda CRX.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this thing's gonna be sweet. Yeah, I have my head like this the whole way to work. And I was like, yes, I got a low rider seat. I dropped it. I tack welded it to the pan because the bolts wouldn't line up. Nothing would line up. It was a shit show. And then eventually I was like this, with my head cocked back instead of to the side. I was like, this is too small for me. I can't do small cars.
Now, that's a clown car you were sporting there.
Tall, but I'm 6 foot tall, strong. And it's so difficult to get into smaller cars. I think the Toyota Tacoma was like an awesome pickup. But when I get in it, I would never want to buy one. It's just too small for my stature.
Yeah,
like I'm in the steering wheel. It's terrible.
410 Auto Tax here. Henry Rivera. We got Danos. BSS Small Engines. Audubon Dan. Yeah, buddy.
See, now you're
Man, what is up, my brother?
You
You see
know
what I mean
I'm
about
happy when
tangents?
Audubon Dan's in your chats.
You see what I mean about tangents? Now you're catching on to the lot. It's back and forth. I was on a tangent. I really wanted to talk to Chemical Spore about this because I was like, dude, so many questions. And you're like,
So
I'm
many
on it.
questions.
I'm on the chats. I got this.
Well, yeah, I'm not a car guy, so you guys can debate, and I can bring you back down.
Let me ask you a maintenance question. Now, this is one that's been spoiling me for years. I was
Okay.
taught at a year earlier age. Now, it works similar, but not quite the same with automotive versus household maintenance. If you're caulking a bathtub, you can lick your finger or put spit on it, and you can smooth it out and make it look perfect. But if you do it on an automotive car, it's still all over your fucking hand, and it never comes out smooth. What the fuck?
So,
What?
caulking a bathtub?
Silicone based, right?
No, I mean you could use anything, but we
Choose rag.
normally we use like Alex White or whatever, but you caulk it in and you just take your finger and you smooth it out. It's all about the angle of the finger, and then you still get caulk all over you.
Here was the funny thing, especially when it came to roofing. I could spit on my finger and wipe and be fucking looking tits. But if I tried to use water or just my finger, it would stick to my finger and it would come out looking like shit. What the hell is spit that makes it look so good?
Here's the solution, brother Dow.
Yeah.
Caulk tool, dude.
Yeah, you gotta spit on it before you stick it.
I had a feeling it was going to go there.
Hey, Justin, that Matco ratchet you bought the other day.
Yeah, a little quarter-inch guy, yeah.
Yeah, but your hand is like more than twice the size of it.
But you don't need your whole hand. As an automotive tech, you get used to using 2 fingers or 3 fingers to manipulate the ratchet.
All right.
3 fingers, make it 4.
Or was it 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink?
I salute you, sir.
That's fucking awesome. All right, so Bearded Yak, and what videos do we got coming up?
Well, I got to redo the review on the Cornwell Blue Ion. That video went to shit.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Ah, dude, I was doing it, man, and then it just so happened everybody wanted to text me at that very fucking time.
Yeah, then your phone notifications are going off, ruining your video.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
No, I get that too. So when I come home and I'm like, okay, I'm going to start my video, and I got my camera here on my toolbox. Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Yeah, your My Little Pony
Justin
ringtone
again.
going off.
Fucking shit goes off, and I'm like, okay, redo. I fucking end it. I mute the shit. It takes me a minute to fucking do all that, and I'm like, God damn it.
I hate when I'm recording and like I'm recording with my phone and my mom calls and I'm like, I'm 15 minutes into this shit and now I gotta cut it and pick up where I left off. What the fuck?
Put your
my
phone on
favorite is-
airplane mode.
My favorite is 5 minutes into it, and the kids come out.
Yeah.
You have chocolate. What the hell? I gotta stop the video.
You should leave that in. That'd be funny.
But then the next video after that is going to be my $18,000 fucking tool purchase.
Oh shit!
What the?
No, it's not tools. It's my fucking truck sitting outside.
Oh damn!
I wish it was tools, though.
Did you get your pressure washer all figured out?
I just got to order the fucking part, man,
All right.
and it's good. I just haven't had the time or the fucking money.
So,
money.
chemical spore. I saw when you popped up, it said Albert. Safe to say that's your first name?
That is correct.
Cool. So I can call you Albert. All right, Albert, I got a question for you. When you left the military, because I granted you're not in the military currently, is that correct?
Yeah, I've been out for over 10 years now.
So when you were in the military, you were an 88 Mike. You said a truck driver or driver transporter.
Yeah. I was a
To
vehicle
the
operator.
airport.
Call it a vehicle operator. That was the MOS or the
Yeah,
AFSC
same thing,
because
like
Air
88
Force.
Mike. 88 Mike in the Army is
Yeah.
basically a truck driver.
Right.
So my question is, when you got out, did you find it difficult to try to find work because of your MOS?
I don't know, like in general, I thought I would get hired because, I put like the dates I was in the Air Force and stuff like that. Like, oh, he's a veteran. Yeah, veterans. You think companies would be all for veterans. I probably applied to 10 different places before I finally got hired somewhere. I had to actually drive. I had to drive my motorcycle up to a hotel at a valet stand. And I was like, hey, y'all hire? And they're like, well, you can drive a bike, so we know you can drive anything. So they hired me on the spot. And that was the first job that I got getting out of the military until I ended up getting a job with Budweiser.
That took you how long?
Probably about 4 months. And I was lucky that I had money saved up from when I was overseas because, you get all that hazard pay. And
Right.
plus, every time I went overseas, I would go to my whatever apartment I was living in and just hand over my orders. And you just get out of that lease, no problem. They wouldn't hit your credit, none of that, because it was a government order. So you wouldn't have to pay like early termination fees or anything. And I would just go stick my stuff in storage for like $60 a month and just collect all that money I would have been paying on rent. So I had like 15 grand in my account when I got back. So I was able to live off that for a while. But it was hard finding a job.
That's smart that you did that because not a lot of guys did that. I know for me, it was mandatory that I send half my check home. Like my wife called through the Red Cross shit. Like, oh, he's not giving me enough to live on, so they mandated me to send her half of my check for her to live on, and I was paying child support to somebody else, so I had $300 a month to myself while I was overseas. So it was very difficult.
That's rough. That is rough.
So when I got back, what I found out was like the guys that had the better MOSs, in my opinion, because I was a grunt, 11 Bravo, infantry, fucking shoot them up, bang them up, etc. I found out the hard way that if you were electrician certified, you were automatically accepted into the apprenticeship school. But if you were not an electrician for the Army, you could not go to the apprenticeship school. Same thing with construction workers. If you were a horizontal or vertical construction worker or engineer for the military, you got in no problem. But if you were not, you didn't get in it. Now, for like any kind of mechanic job, as far as like vehicle operator / mechanic, you were not able to get a mechanic job without having schooling and ASEs. So they didn't explain any of this stuff to me when I was going through it. So it was rough. So when I got back, the best that I could do was Taco Bell. And I was only back for like 8 months. And when I left again for my second deployment, when I came back, my Taco Bell position was filled. So I had to go to a different city in order to get hired, in order to do my job as a Taco Bell employee until I could find something better.
That's fucking horrible.
So that was why I was like, well, it has to be rough as a truck driver or a vehicle operator, because if you don't have your CDL or you don't have your courses, who's going to hire you? So that's why I figured I'd ask you, because I didn't know what the hell you had to go through. But I went through hell.
Yeah. Actually, while I was still in, I had the military license for, the certifications of, driving forklifts and trucks and all that. And in the state of Florida, they had a thing that if you turn that in at the DMV, they would give you a CDL on the spot. So when I finally went to go do it, they're like, oh, we stopped doing that a year ago. I was like, motherfucker, I would have to take the test, pay for the test, go through the whole driving course and everything. I was like, man, I missed it by a year. And there was like trucking companies. I thought about it. Like when I did first get out, I was sending off a bunch of applications to these trucking companies, and they were sending stuff in the mail like, hey, yeah, you were in the military, we'll take you. But I was thinking about it like, do I really want to be an over the road truck driver? I mean, they make a lot of money, but a lot of them have unhealthy lifestyles.
Hey, can I hop in here real quick?
Yeah.
You'll see in the chat there is Teacup in the chat. She's a moderator. If anyone is not subscribed to her channel, please go subscribe. It is an awesome channel. Just want to plug that in. Anyone else who wants to plug their channel, but we're all friends here.
All right, there, Teacup. I'm heading to yours now.
Check out Chemical Spore. Check out Bearded Yakin. Great channels. Lots of good content. And same with Neil, the main.
I gotta get.
You're not already subscribed.
Goddamn subs.
Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
No, I gotta get to 1,000 fucking subs. Like what?
You're not at 1,000 already?
Bearded, you're like right there, right?
Let's see. Thanks.
Fuck no, dude. I got like 350 away.
Wait, is this the one with the sheep on it from New Zealand?
Yep.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
here, 1,756 subscribers. Here we go.
Yeah, she has an awesome channel.
Hey, Joe, what do you do currently now for a living? Now that you're not an amateur pro wrestler.
Oh, I'm still at the machine shop.
Smoking
Yeah.
Tecton bits. That's what he does. Fucking smoked them.
No, I'm still at the shithole that I've been at for the last fucking 8 fucking years.
Hey, but you know what? What's important about that is that, like, the longer you're at one place of employment, I don't know where you're at financially, but once you have been in a place of employment for 2 years or better, and you can show and support the income that you make, you can make bigger moves like buying a house or a brand new car, et cetera, whatever your flavor is. So if you're currently renting, but you've been at that place for 8 years and all your finances are in order, you could, and this is what I recommended to Maintenance Man, you could very well rent a quadruplex and figure out how to maintain it while you're working, and then that brings you extra income because you have 4 rental properties in play.
Well, to be honest with you guys, I do own a few rental properties with my brother, but I still got to work full time, obviously. But I take care of all the fucking maintenance and remodels, and I don't get paid shit for that. But
Damn.
down the line,
Landlord.
yeah, it'll be all right.
Well, I got a buddy of mine. Yeah, and I don't know how many apartments he has now. His dad bought an apartment complex out in Florida, and because it's doing so well, he was able to split the income 50-50 with both of his sons, and it was like, I think, pretty close to $1 million or $2 million in assets. It was all bought and paid for, and all they had to do was maintain it, and they would expect about I think $200,000 a year of income as a result. So even if you're not doing it for yourself, it might be something to think about for future investment later down the road.
Damn. That's fucking
What part of Florida? I'm in Orlando.
I think it's the Keys, like Key West.
Oh, way down there. That's like
yeah.
3.5, 4 hours from me.
Hey, have you guys ever watched that show Bloodline on Netflix?
I'm probably the only person here that don't have Netflix.
Well, I do have Netflix. I cannot say that I've watched Bloodline, though.
J Dow, watch Bloodline. Is a fucking it's done now, but there's 3 seasons. It was ridiculously good. Just gonna throw it out there.
So, Neil, outside of the Ram, what's the other car that you have behind you there, and any problems with it?
It is a what year is it? 2009 Kia Borrego, and I have 0 problems with it. It's got a V8 in it.
Damn.
Go Kia.
It's a body on frame SUV, so it's not like on a car frame. So it's a true SUV. And I think it's 340 horsepower.
Damn.
Yeah, so you go on the highway or something, you like the needle barely hits 3 RPMs when you want to kick it into gear. I do have a few belts though that do need replaced soon. I'm just buying my time.
Hey man, I just fucking did that the other day.
Kia is also known for Korean intelligence agency.
That's funny because I'm half Korean.
Are you?
Yeah, I was born in Korea.
That's what someone told me. That's what the Kia.
Or Kia stands for Killed in Automobile.
Damn.
Dude, I actually got story behind it is I bought one a Borrego. I always wanted one, and what happened was I bought one. I think it's 3 years old. Had like 30,000 miles on it. That was like my kid's car when I have kids and stuff. And I was driving down the highway, and a turkey fucking jumped off a guardrail into my windshield.
Damn.
What happened was...
Did you have dinner that night?
No, but it was in the shop for 4 months because they redid the leather front seats. They redid all the headliner, like everything is like mint when it came out. I got it 2 weeks later, got rear-ended on the highway by a semi-truck.
Oh my God.
But it took the hit so well that I looked for another one, and I found this one, and I called the dealership a couple hours away. I was like, listen, I'm going to buy it. I'll look under it and everything, but have the paperwork ready. I went up, signed the paperwork. That was it. And I've had it for like a long time now.
Bearded yakin. It's called Juicy as Fuck Hawaiian Berry. It's got apples, watermelon, strawberries, etc. in it. It's okay. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite, but I paid for it, so I'm gonna juice it up.
Later, 410. Thank you for
Later, Tony.
And William Logan grabbing beer. Start your videos mouthing a keg tap off that thing down.
Yeah, right. Fuck. I can't afford no keg. Shit.
Down. Are you close to Audubon, Dan? Like, have you talked to him a lot?
Just in the comments.
He's in California too. I'm just saying I smell maybe a collaboration there.
Maybe at one point, yeah, for sure.
He's a fun guy, man. He is.
Hey, so Client Graphics probably gonna grab you up and bring you on down to Tennessee, huh?
Well, if he's coming from Nebraska, he's like opposite end.
Where's Albert from? Where are you from?
Well, I'm down in Orlando right now, but
You coming up to Tennessee?
Tennessee?
July 5th?
I don't know. What's out there?
We got a big ass meetup coming up.
Yeah, I'd like to. I mean, I want to go to the F-Body Beach Bash over in Carolinas, but I can barely get the time off, man. Company I work for, they're just stingy.
Yeah, I hear you there.
Yeah.
Shit, that's the way it goes.
If
I
I'm-
almost didn't get the time off, but I asked for it. I'm like, I don't ask for much. I don't really usually take vacation time. They all know that. Usually it's sick time or military time. I was like, I really need this specific vacation. Well, everybody at the shop, including their mother, was all taking vacation at the same exact time. So they said, you know what? We're just going to be off those days.
Closed down. What about you, Beardy Yak? You gonna come pick me up, drag my ass over there?
There we go.
Wait, what was that again?
We're going to Jay Young's on July 5th and 6th. You going to be there or not?
Fuck. I gotta work on the 6th.
That's not true. Your boss emailed me your work schedule. He said if he wants it off, he can have it off. That's what he said.
Come on now, man. My work don't work like that. They pay all the new guys that start more than I'm making.
If Joe does a cheese grater to the face, we'll give it to him off. I said, sweet.
Hey, Jump from Work says Anyone got plans for Canada Day? I don't know what the fuck Canada Day is.
Canada Day is too fucking cold, so no one got plans for Canada.
What's Canada?
That's where you go to Canada and you play.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Too cold, man.
Jump
Too
from
cold.
work. Canada, or you?
Speed's going crazy with everyone talking. It's like cutting each other out.
Oh,
I'll stop talking.
Hey,
David,
can I-
again, what's up, brother?
where can I find these amateur wrestling videos at?
Here, the Yakin channel.
dude, a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of them, man, never got posted. But I'll make a post about I gotta find them. I know there's I gotta call the one promoter and see if the channel's still up, because I know he
Yeah.
took it down.
Ah, jeez. All that hard work.
I know he dropped the channel, but the whole thing, the video's still got to be out there somewhere.
I just,
Right?
I'm gonna throw this out there. Beard Yakin, I could picture you going from wrestling to soft porn. Was that the case?
He went to fishing.
You talk
I've
about
always
China
been
now.
But like wrestling, man, like it's always been a dream when I was a kid. And you know, after I got in, like when I was a kid, I had high hopes, dude. Like seriously, I was like, fuck it, man, I'm gonna wrestle in the WWF and all this shit. Once I got in, it was no longer about the money, dude. It was about, like, I was never a heel. Let's put it that way. I was never a heel in professional wrestling.
You know, it's funny. I've been a heel at least twice on YouTube, and I wasn't even a wrestler on YouTube.
Actually, I lied, dude. I was a heel one time. And that was a couple years ago when I did a pay-per-view event at Harrah's Casino in Philadelphia. And that was it.
Philadelphia.
Everyone loves a heel, man. Even Stone Cold had to be a heel once upon a time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Same
he
thing with-
actually,
same thing with, The Rock.
The Rock, man, what made his heel appearance the best was his mouth.
That's true. He smells.
Not only that, another guy whose career was made by his mouth was the franchise Shane Douglas, formerly known as Dean Douglas in WWF back in the early 90s, but his real name is Troy. And Neil, you're out there in Pittsburgh with which he actually teaches in one of the elementary schools out there in Pittsburgh.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, Shane Douglas.
And Douglas. I'll check that out.
His real name's Troy.
Troy.
Awesome fucking dude, man. Awesome dude. Beat the fucking shit out of me down in Delaware.
Hey, I'm gonna throw this out there. Just sorry to interrupt, but Junk from Work is having the Bear from At the Den of Tools on his channel July 1st.
Nice.
Yeah, he's gonna fuck that up.
You think so?
Totally.
Let's see. When's July 1st? Let's see. That's Monday. That's weird because the Bear only goes live on really Saturday. That'll be really cool.
Yeah, it will be cool. I'm actually very excited for it because
You're excited to watch him fall on his face. We just saw that.
nah, Junk from Junk from Work Day. He does a good job at those live streams and doing a good job on his channel too.
Yeah, you see the one when he made that switch that started smoking?
Yeah.
That had me. I'm like, damn, dude. Don't kill yourself.
Canadian Bears versus Polar Bears. That's awesome.
I blame Brad. Yeah, Brad. You know, Brad's workbench. He's easy to blame.
20 watching, 14 thumbs up. I know we can do better. Come on, smash that thumbs up.
Smash the thumbs up like a $2 hooker, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, that just comes with the Maintenance Man channel, man. I'll take the 14 thumbs up and the 10 thumbs down.
I'll take the 20. Let's do it. Let's make it 20. Come on.
Yeah, I know. One for every person.
Let's
Come on.
15. Come on. We can get 20. Come on.
Hey, does that include the people that's...
What are you worried about? It's free, goddammit.
Yeah, it is free.
I got to move my finger for that.
God damn it. I guess I could thumbs up my own videos, but I never have, so.
Do it. Do it.
Nope, can't do it.
I have. I've done it. I've done it on my live streams.
Yeah, well, no, I've done it on my live streams because it's like a respect for the people that I have on, you know. Black and gold. Yeah, David again. Yeah, jump from work. It's my third live stream tonight. What can I say? I do want to throw this out. I thank my wife because she is so cooperative in all this.
You say that. I have a tendency. I'm thinking that maybe she asked you for something good tonight, and you said, "No, I can't. I'm going live."
Yeah, no. As like Justin Dow may show up in there and Beard Yakin and Chemical Spore, and I was like, biggest opportunity in my YouTube career.
Yeah,
biggest ever.
Well, I hope so. I had to put a shirt on for this.
Let me tell you something, man, dude. I'll tell you what. Dow, what was it? 2 years ago, we had that fucking 8-hour stream.
Oh, that was so fucking long. That was 8 hours. God damn it. I don't even know how we did that.
My wife found me face down on the bathroom floor, dude, that night.
Good Lord.
No,
you remember how you got there?
She walks in, and like, I don't know, I guess she kicked me as she walked by. And like, I picked my head up, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I looked around, and I just said to her, "I don't know. I'll be in a few minutes." And I laid back down and went to sleep.
That's not the worst. I see. My worst was apparently, and I do it all the time. I piss on the live stream. Is what happened. I didn't know that the camera was actually pointed at me one time when I was pissing on the live stream. That was my first live stream. The next one that I actually had it pointed out was that actually Harley Adam. I was chatting with him in the chats. He drank so much he blacked out. Not only did he black out, but he fell out of his chair onto the ground during the live show. I was like, "Oh God damn it!" I said, "I know exactly where he's at right now."
Yeah, that was the best one. I remember that. We're all calling his phone, trying to wake him up.
We want to make sure he wasn't dead. We're like, "Oh shit, did you die?" You know.
And what was it? 15 minutes later, he just like pops up.
Out of nowhere.
Fucking Walking Dead, dude. Shuffles around with the phone, and then that was it.
What's up, Zaphiel? Thanks for joining us, man. Yeah, I mean, I remember one time, kind of recently, where I forget where I went, but yeah, I got pretty drunk, and I came home, and there's like, I was doing some work on the house, so I had stuff on the steps going upstairs, and I came in the basement door, and I'm like, I can't go up that quietly. I'm gonna wake up the kids. So the next thing I realized, my wife's like kicking me down. I fell asleep on the floor, right in the basement, inside the door, and she's kicking me. And like in the morning, she's like, "Do you even remember last night?" I was like, "Yeah, I came in the house. I was scared to go up the stairs to wake up the kids, so I passed out on the floor down the basement." She's like, yeah, that's what happened.
Damn it. All right, guys. Well, I got one more day at work. God damn it. It's Friday. I know it's late for you guys. For me,
Yeah.
it's not as late as it is for you, but I got to go to bed, man. I'm telling you, I got this 6-liter, a handful of other jobs I'm trying to complete that have not been going well all week. I've got to get some sleep.
All right, I'm going to eject you out.
All right, brother, man. Take care. Everyone else, deuces.
All right, brother, Dow.
All right, Dow.
Take care, brother.
Later,
All right,
Dow.
Justin.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got to get up at 5:30 myself.
Well, that's no excuse.
I got to get up at 4, you know?
Ugh. Where
And I
you
got
at, though?
Saturday and Sunday, too.
What coast you on?
I'm on the East Coast,
Okay, where at?
Pennsylvania, Philadelphia.
Okay. Oh,
Goddamn right.
okay, we all close. Shit, I'm down south boy over here.
It's all right. Hey, man, I'm a part of one of the most ruthless fucking fan bases.
Philly fans? Hell yeah. Are you a
There's
Flyer fan?
Yep.
All right. God
Eagles.
bless.
Florida all day, man.
Yeah, so you guys must have been
I
happy
hate
as hell
them
when,
fucking penguins, dude.
The Bengals?
I hate them fucking penguins.
Penguins, yeah.
I
we
can't stand Sidney Crosby, man.
No, I can't stand him either. He's cocky as shit.
He's a little turd. Yeah, he's a floater.
He's the best player in hockey right now in the last decade.
Yeah, possibly, but I think
Gretzky.
watch out for Nikita Kucherov, Tampa Bay Lightning.
Who?
That dude took like 3 trophies home during the awards.
Yeah, and Tampa Bay had the best record in hockey,
Yeah,
right?
and they blew it. They blew it big time. That's my team. They blew it so bad.
How many games did they win in the playoffs?
None.
Wow.
They got swept the first round.
Dang.
They won 63 games to tie the Detroit Red Wings, who had the best season up until that point, and then just blew it. I think they got cocky. Like, yeah, we're good. Da 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 da. They let it get to their heads and just totally screwed up that first round.
The Flyers' best season, postseason, was
Ron Hextall was in goal.
in the last 10 years, in the last decade. Has to be the year they were down 3-0 against the Bruins and fucking wiped them 4 games to go to the Cup just to get fucking swept.
Yeah, they got swept. Yeah.
Hey, Junk, aren't you up in Canada, home of hockey?
Junk from work hates hockey.
Yeah, when was the last time the Cup even went over the border, man? Dono?
Gretzky, probably, with Edmonton.
Yeah, the Oilers.
Yeah, probably. I mean, the who's that kid on the Flyers that everyone thought was going to be like Crosby, but he's average.
Shit, dude, tell you the truth, I haven't watched hockey in the last. I haven't even kept up with hockey lately. Last year, I was like, it's gonna be another shit season. Why watch it?
Do you guys down Tampa Bay? Do you guys still have Steven Stamkos?
Yeah, he almost went to Toronto, but I guess they worked something out because he really didn't want to leave Tampa. But
He should have.
he did pretty well this season, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Hold on. William Logan ought to know Ed Van Eck. He played on the Flyers back in the 70s.
who's that?
William Logan in the chat
Yeah,
said 1975 was awesome for the Flyers.
that's
Broad
with
Street Bullies or something like that.
That's with Hextall, right? No.
No,
No, that was
Hextall
before
way
that.
back, dude. That was probably the hottest for the Flyers, what, 74 Stanley Cup, 75 Stanley Cup. Then they missed out. Then they went, 77 Stanley Cup or 78? But ready? I'm going to show you something. I got this hockey stick here. Oh, shit. I got this hockey stick here from the 1975 Stanley Cup.
Shit.
Damn.
Ed Van Impe. It's his game stick. And it's autographed right here. As you can, well, you can't really see it on camera. But it's signed by Ed Van Impe. Game used in the Stanley Cup.
Why don't you have that thing in a shadow box, man?
Dude, somebody gave it to me, man. A buddy of mine gave it to me because...
He fucking uses it.
No, it actually just sits over here in the fucking corner. But buddy of mine gave it to me because when he was a kid, he went to school with Greg Van Impe, which is Ed Van Impe's son. And my buddy broke his two legs back in the day, and when they won the Stanley Cup, Ed Van Impe came to the hospital and gave him the game-used stick that he used.
That's awesome.
And then he gave it to me.
A hell of a buddy you got, man.
Hell yeah.
I haven't talked to him in 15 years now.
He was a good friend.
Yeah.
15 years.
All right, boys. I think
Hey,
I
David.
got to roll out there.
Yeah.
I appreciate you both being on.
Hey, I didn't even expect to come on tonight.
But I had me a blast.
Yeah, it took me forever to come on once again. Now I'm figuring this out. Like, I need to figure it out how this is going to work on the computer.
That beard
Said
yak.
use my phone.
Look, man, it took me a couple minutes because I got the notification on my phone.
Okay.
Then it went away. Then I'm in Google Hangouts. I'm like, where the fuck is it? Well, here, somehow it ended up in the spam folder in Google Hangouts.
That's horrible.
I was like, what the fuck?
That's all my channel is. Just spam. All right, guys.
Hey.
I appreciate you all coming on. I had a great night. Beard yakking. You smoked that fucking bit. Chemical. Kick panel tomorrow.
Kick panel. Yeah, hopefully. It's just because I had that crappy turnaround. I was working till 10:30 last night. Then I'd be back at work at 7 this morning. So when I got home, I just had no energy.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Plus, I rode my bike today. So riding the bike home, it was just so freaking hot. I got home and probably lost like a pound of sweat.
Fuck, dude, what's the weather like down there?
It's muggy. It's disgusting. Do not come. I would say don't come. If you're going to come down here, come in like
Dude,
November.
I'll tell you what, dude, I can't even handle Florida in fucking February. Dude, the last time I was there was literally 6 years ago. I left Philadelphia International. It was like 18 degrees. I was in shorts and a fucking t-shirt. I got down Florida, dude. Got off the plane. I was sweating my balls off at 65 degrees at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Your balls tend to hang around your kneecaps crying, man. But this past February, it was like in the 60s, 50s and 60s this past February. Probably all the way up to like the end of March. It was actually, we had like cold fronts. It was nice.
Well,
Soon then that heat just came out of nowhere.
We got nothing but rain up here so far. Fuck.
Yeah, a lot of rain.
A lot of rain here too.
All
So
right,
it's like,
guys.
do it. Yeah, we're gonna let this guy go to bed, man.
I'll see you later.
Hey, I gotta get too. I gotta get up at 4 and go to work.
All right. Thanks for
Peace
coming
out,
on,
guys.
guys. Later.
Later.
All right, my brother. Have a good one.
Later, brother.